Hello, welcome. So today we're going to be looking at r/best of Redditor updates where the OP's partner, who is a woman, and the OP is a woman, has come out and said she's pregnant, but insists she didn't cheat. So, if you want to unpack that with me today, then please do stick around and enjoy. And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. I cannot hear chuffle today. I've woke up with my ears so blocked, so I may be shouting. I do apologise. You get lots of loudness today. Good for you, huh? Headphone listeners, turn them down is all I'm going to say. So, this one was posted to the subreddit by Direct Caterpillar 77, and the title is My 29F girlfriend 27F of 4 years just told me that she's pregnant. I'm a woman, so it can't be mine, but she swears she didn't cheat. So obviously, Direct Caterpillar 77 is not the original poster. This is just the person that's compiled it and posted it into the Borrow subreddit. OOP is on the screen if you want to kind of try and look for updates or any other sort of stories from them. Other than that, let's unpack this because I am intrigued on what the OP's missus is playing at here. So, originally posted November 17th, 2015. I'm still in shock, so bear with me. My life feels like a soap opera right now. Apologies, this will probably be long. Here's some background. My girlfriend, Anna, and I have been together for 4 years, with intentions of getting engaged sometime this year. To clarify, we are 2 women in a relationship. I'm a lesbian, always have been, but Anna is bisexual and has had serious relationships with men in the past. This has never been an issue for us because we love each other and have a healthy and stable relationship. But now, as you can imagine, I'm second-guessing everything. What went down? In the last month, Anna has been complaining about putting on weight, particularly in her stomach area. Anna is thin and athletic, so the little belly she developed is noticeable. She has been going to the gym more and started eating much healthier than she usually does. We didn't notice any improvements with her weight loss, but I told her that it takes time and that eventually she will lose the weight. Pregnancy never, ever crossed my mind. For obvious reasons. I mean, yeah. Last week, she really started freaking out about her weight gain, so she scheduled a doctor's appointment. She had the appointment yesterday afternoon and afterwards called me at work and told me that we needed to talk. I could tell she had been crying. I'm freaking out at this point, thinking that she is terminally ill or something. I start tearing up, asking her to tell me what's wrong, but she insists on meeting at home. I leave work immediately and get home to see her sitting on the couch, her face puffy from crying. I'm shaking and tears are streaming down my face. I ask her about the doctor's appointment and what is going on. She can barely get the words out through her sobs. She tells me that she went to the doctor and that they told that she is 13 weeks pregnant. I stop crying, but my brain is trying to comprehend what she just told me. All I could say was, "What?" over and over. She is still sobbing, saying she is so confused and that she has no idea how this has happened. I have never really seen her in a state like that. She seems genuinely upset and confused, but then again, so am I. As I started registering what was going on, I asked, "Did you sleep with someone?" And she only starts crying more, swearing on her life that she didn't sleep with anyone. So I'm like, "But you did. You're pregnant. There is no way that you didn't cheat on me." To which she replies, "I have no effing clue how this happened, but I swear to God I didn't sleep with anyone. You have to believe me." I mean, it's pretty flippin' hard to believe you, Anna. OP does not have the anatomy to help you out with that one. You would have had to have gone elsewhere. We go back and forth for 30 minutes or so, both of us still confused. I told her that I needed to think, so I called a friend and spent last night at his house. I've been talking with friends and everyone is confused, but agreeing that Anna must have cheated on me. I keep playing over our conversations in my head, like if she knew that she had slept with a guy and that she could be pregnant, why would she go to the doctor? Why wouldn't she have just gotten an abortion secretly? She could have used a plan B just in case. Like, she could have gotten away with this. Maybe I'm being foolish here, but it genuinely seems like she had no idea why she was gaining weight in her stomach. A couple nights we talked at length about possibilities, why she was gaining weight just in that region, and pregnancy never crossed our minds. I mean, again, it wouldn't, would it? But that doesn't necessarily mean that someone hasn't cheated. It just means that maybe they thought that they'd been cautious enough and hadn't even thought of that as a possibility. I don't know. I'm also playing back the potential date that she could have cheated on me, considering she is 13 weeks along, we live together and have similar work schedules, we both work 9-to-5 jobs, and I'm thinking of the right week that this could have happened. There is nothing that stands out of the ordinary to me. There weren't any late nights or suspicious activities that would have concerned me. I feel like I'm driving myself crazy and I feel like I can't trust her. She's been texting me asking me if we can talk, and I told her that I need more time. I want to believe that she is telling me the truth, but I can't think of any reason how she could be pregnant without having slept with some guy. But it's also confusing given the situation. So, Reddit, what are your thoughts? Does my girlfriend have a case of lesbian immaculate conception, or am I being a fool for doubting that she cheated on me? How do I handle this situation, and how do I talk to her? Everything feels so confusing right now. Thanks in advance for reading. TLDR, my girlfriend just told me that she's pregnant, but we're two women in a relationship. She is devastated and swears that she didn't cheat on me. Where do I go from here? I mean, come on now. I would absolutely think that she had cheated as well. Of course you're going to think she's cheated. You don't have the anatomy to provide what she would have needed to do it. She definitely hasn't done it by herself. You know? So I think that it's definitely within reason to think that she's cheated, even if by some miracle she hasn't and managed to get pregnant, I don't know, off a toilet seat like they used to scare you with when you were in school. I remember everyone going around when I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11. They'd be like, oh, if you can get pregnant off a toilet seat if a boy sat on it. Horrifying thought. And also, why would a boy have sat on the toilet seat? We had separate toilets for girls and boys. So, yeah, I don't know. So, we've got some relevant comments from the original post. A deleted user says, I think you know the right answer here. You don't just magically get pregnant. Yeah, she could have hidden it and secretly gotten an abortion, but she, in all likelihood, didn't think anything of it until it was too late. Maybe they used a condom and it broke, or he pulled out or something and she was convinced it couldn't be a pregnancy, or just didn't want to believe it. Denial is extremely powerful. Some people will deny till the day they die, but she's in a relationship with you, a woman, and she's pregnant. This isn't one you can deny. Logic says she may as well come clean, but good luck with that. 99.9% chance she cheated. The only other explanation is she was drugged and R-worded or something, but that's a big leap into the let's find a way to rationalize the shit out of this zone. Good luck with this. My money is on she was unfaithful, and it's the obvious effing answer. I mean, yeah, it could have happened from obviously being drugged and R-worded, but wouldn't then OP know that their girlfriend had had a night where they had a complete blackout? Like, wouldn't the girlfriend have been like, oh my god, I went out with friends and I don't remember anything from the night. I don't remember. I've had a complete blackout. Because, you know, that sort of stuff that you would talk about with your partner, surely. Then again, not necessarily all the time. I don't know. That is a possibility, a really horrific possibility, and I really hope it's not that. And then the OP replied, maybe the answer that she cheated is obvious here, but it's also difficult to explain to a bunch of strangers just how upset she was when she told me. I can't expect internet strangers to know the intimacies of our relationship, but I would not be posting here if I didn't think there was a slight chance that she was actually telling me the truth. Update November 20th, 2015. So, a lot has happened since the original post. Thank you to everyone that responded with helpful comments. It seems like most people came to 3 possible conclusions with Anna's pregnancy. She cheated on me and got pregnant. She was the victim of a drugging scenario and doesn't remember anything, or the doctor is wrong. After we spent the night at my friend's house and ignoring Anna's calls and texts, I decided to see her the next day to talk. We made a plan to meet at our house after work. I wasn't sure what to expect from our conversation. I thought I might get a confession of her cheating on me, or something along those lines. So we met at home, she asked me how I was doing, and I told her that I was still pretty confused and upset. She understood, and then I said, I have to know, did you sleep with someone, or cheat on me, or come near sperm in any way, shape, or form since we have been together? She swore up and down she did not. Very sincerely. She said, I know that this is effing crazy and literally unbelievable, but I swear to God I didn't cheat on you, and I'm just as confused as you are. I know that OP says that her partner is very convincing, but I've had people lie in my face before. Like straight in my face and look so convincing. And they were telling a whole load of bollocks, so I don't take that as gospel anymore when people seem sincere. People can seem very sincere and easily fake that. So anyway, let's read on. I still wasn't entirely convinced, so I asked her about the doctor's visit specifically. She did not get an ultrasound. They only took a urine sample, and guess she told them her symptoms? They took a urine sample, concluded that she was pregnant, and sent her on her way. I asked why they gave her a specific gestation period, and she didn't know. I'm not entirely sure why they did either. Oh, maybe this is a case of mixed samples? So they've picked up someone else's sample when testing it instead of Anna's sample? Of course, I was like, did you tell the doctor that it's impossible that you're pregnant? That you've been with a woman for the last 4 years? And the doctor gave her grief for it. Essentially implied that she must have slept with a man because she's pregnant, and that's why she was experiencing her symptoms. I'm not sure if this is a common occurrence for a doctor, but she said she seemed completely unfazed by her claims of not having slept with a man. For those of you that mentioned her period, Anna has an irregular period. Sometimes she gets it and sometimes she doesn't. So there was no cause for alarm when she didn't get her period for 3 months because A, she can't get pregnant, and B, more S for us. I guess the doctor saw the signs of a positive pregnancy test and a lack of period, and pregnancy was the most reasonable option. Yeah, that's pretty crappy of the doctor to do. If you're a doctor and you go, oh yeah, you've tested as pregnant in your urine, and the person says, well, I can't be, because I am literally with a woman, I haven't touched a penis in a hell of a long time, you should probably go, okay, let's explore this a little more then and look into it a bit more and make sure that we haven't made a mistake. After hearing that, I said that she should schedule another doctor's appointment with a different doctor as soon as possible. She told me that she had, and that she had the appointment the next day, yesterday. We decided that it was best that I go with her to the appointment. The first order of business with the new doctor was the ultrasound. I sat with Anna as they put the gel on her stomach, and I was honestly sweating bullets. I kept thinking to myself, what if she is actually pregnant? I thought I was going to pass out, but Anna seemed calm. They confirmed that Anna is not pregnant, but she had a mass on her ovary that was a cause for concern. It was one of the most emotionally confusing moments of my life. Anna and I looked at each other, not sure if I should celebrate the not pregnancy, or cry, or what. Anna still has more appointments, but the new doctor gave her the diagnosis of stage 1 ovarian cancer. My goodness. This explains the positive pregnancy test and the bloated stomach. This also explains why she wasn't able to lose the weight in her stomach. The doctor also mentioned that the irregular periods should have been a sign of concern for Anna, as women with irregular periods can be more at risk for ovarian cancer. Oh my goodness. Well, I think every single one of us that was considering Anna as a cheating bastard owes her a collective apology. Goodness me. I'm devastated and hopeful. Anna is still in shock as she has been through a lot in the past couple of days. I am supporting her the best I can and we are figuring out a game plan. Naturally, we are both terrified of what's to come. This will be a huge part of her life and my life, and probably put our plans to get engaged, married, have kids on hold. If she can even have kids after all of this. Anna even joked about the fact that she wishes she had actually been pregnant with the Messiah. That way we could keep the kid and not have this horrible diagnosis. So, I guess this is a happy/sad update. Thanks to everyone for reading. TLDR, girlfriend isn't pregnant but has ovarian cancer. The Messiah has not returned. My goodness. I mean, I'm glad that you can keep a jokey sort of spirit about it all because, oh my goodness, that will help you so much through all the crap to come. Then some relevant comments from the update. Remember Coombe Valley says, I'm so sorry to hear. The first doctor, who was so dismissive of her insistence that she hadn't slept with a man, should probably be scolded for this. And then OP says, when she explained his reaction to me, I was livid. Oh, of course it was a man. Male doctors never listen to women. What's new? Call me an angry man-hating lesbian, but the second doctor was a woman, and she was honestly one of the most helpful and supportive doctors I have ever encountered. Honestly. True story, though. Like, all I'm going to say is I went about 13, 15 years with my chronic illnesses, and they only actually got diagnosed when I got a young woman doctor. So the proof is in the pudding, you know? And editing me jumping in just before anybody else says anything about it. I know there are some decent male doctors, but historically and still, male doctors have a real bad habit of just brushing off women's issues. It's a serious thing. Okay, and then down in the comments of the Best of Redditor Updates post, Hex's Conservatives. That's a fun username. When I was in my second year of med school, we had one lesson drilled into us very hard during the make sure you take a BHCG section. If a woman tells you that she cannot possibly be pregnant, it's cancer until you've proven otherwise. Okay, so that's interesting to know. So ovarian cancer can produce the same hormone readings then as would be produced by a pregnancy? Very interesting. Especially if she's got PV bleeding, especially if she's looking distended, especially if she has B symptoms, and especially if she's a friggin' lesbian. Literally. What's B symptoms? Let's do a little Google. What is... Oh, shit. Caps lock is on. What is B symptoms in ovary? I'm trying to remember how to spell ovarian. There we go. Literally just read it on the screen before, but whatever. In the context of ovarian cancer, B symptoms refer to a set of non-specific symptoms that are often associated with advanced cancer, particularly those linked to the spread of the cancer. These symptoms include fever, night sweats, and weight loss. Additionally, unexplained fatigue is also considered a B symptom. Good to know. Take note, everybody, if you have ovaries. In fact, take note if you have a body, because I'm sure that cancer doesn't discriminate on the symptoms it gives based on your gender. I mean, I know there are specific symptoms, but I think fatigue, weight loss, flu-like symptoms are very non-specific and go across the board with all genders when it comes to cancers. So yeah, be very vigilant with things like that. If you start experiencing things like that, perhaps a little visit to the doctor is warranted. So back to the comment. You do not tell a patient that they are lying to you. You assume that they are being honest and test them accordingly, but you also remember that if they are not being completely truthful, then you should have something planned for that too. Ovarian cancers are usually painless and are a huge concern. You always consider ovarian cancer in a young woman with a painless abdominopelvic distension. It's the 9th most common cause of death in young women, and it's an unusual cancer. That tells you how often they're missed. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. And I agree. Even if the doctor thought you bullshit, he should have gone, okay, so you're telling me that this isn't possible. Let's do a scan. This could have been ruled out first time with a scan. Okay, so I think that'll be us for this video. I honestly don't know how to feel about this one. Like, I'm happy for the OP that their partner had not cheated. But I'm also so sad for the OP and their partner that actually they have one hell of a road to go down. And all I can say is I really hope that they're doing well now and that she pulled through and that they caught it early enough and that there was no lasting nasty effects. But my goodness, what a hell of a roller coaster to be on. I can't imagine being sat in that room and being like, I genuinely don't know whether to laugh or cry right now. What do I do? So yeah, I really, really hope that they're doing well now. That must be so scary on all ends, because what the hell? Oh my goodness, what the hell? Anyway, if you made it all the way to the end of this one with me, I appreciate you very, very much. If you would like to give a little listen to some more, then don't forget to like and subscribe, because that will make me appear in your feed. Aren't you lucky? Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, whatever you're doing for the rest of your day, I hope you have a really good rest of your day. Goodbye.